As you might have heard, the opposition leader Anthony Albanese announced a shake-up of his front bench today, a shadow ministerial shake-up. Hardly the sort of news that stops the nation. As expected, he booted Mark Butler out of the climate change portfolio. Pretty obvious, given Labor's extreme climate policies have played a large part in their last 3 election losses. There was one other notable change, though. Former Sky News presenter and former New South Wales Premier Kristina Kenneally was made Shadow Minister for Government Accountability. This is a politician who led the most recent New South Wales Labor government, a decade ago, of course. This was the New South Wales Labor Party of Eddie Obeid and his mates. It was a party with factional players like Joe Tripodi and campaigners like Sam Dastyari and so on and so forth. And she led this Labor government and pushed for its re-election. And now she's in charge of government accountability for Labor in Canberra. Now, that's what Sir Humphrey would call a very courageous appointment. You'd want the New South Wales Labor Party and its state record well away from government accountability. As for Albo, his leadership continues to be the subject of speculation, as we talked about earlier in the week. But he's talking up his own prospects and he's drawing inspiration from Joe Biden.
But a bloke who was a former deputy leader and an experienced politician who'd held a wide range of portfolios and who was someone who was underestimated by some, he's now President of the United States. And I will be the leader of this country after the next election.
He has to say that, of course, but don't forget the government survives on the narrowest of margins. We are living through a bizarre pandemic time and there's tremendous economic upheaval as well. And the only certainty about the year ahead is more uncertainty. So for Anthony Albanese, while there's life, there's always going to be hope.